let's not beat about the bush. Adventures with Purpose is a huge YouTube channel. They have 3 million subscribers, and according to Social Blade, their monthly income is anywhere between $1.4 and $22.9 thousand. Their estimated yearly income is somewhere between $17.2 and $275,000. Now, talking about those estimated incomes first, those lower amounts that are given are generally far below what you see a channel earn. So in actual fact, the figures probably are closer to those in the higher range. So they probably are earning close to $22,000 a month and close to $275,000 a year. That is the upper range of what is being predicted as their income, and it is far more accurate. Now, let's talk about the business model of Adventures with Purpose. It is a channel that is solely owned by one person. That is Jared Leisek. He built his channel through the use of volunteers. If you watched the channel early on, there was Sam the Adventure Man and Dan the cameraman, neither of whom were being paid for their services. And in fact, the parting of ways between Sam the Adventure Man and Jared Leisek occurred when Sam asked Jared for some money towards his expenses. This was after a lengthy tour around various states in the United States, which had cost Sam out of his own pocket. He hadn't been able to do his regular work. He'd taken time off from his regular work to travel with Adventures with Purpose. Likewise, with Dan the cameraman, he was taking a gap year from college to go and travel with Adventures with Purpose. He wasn't being paid for it. Jared Leisek was the one making money. And the thing is, he's set up his channel in such a way that pretty much all his equipment has been donated. He has a very good strategy for building his channel, which anyone who watched in the early days will have seen. When he needs something, he straight out asks for it and cries poor. So, the boats that he uses, trailers that he uses, everything like that, the majority of the equipment that you see being used by Adventures with Purpose has been donated because he uses the cause to bring in donors and to bring in support from big companies who want their name put out there by this hugely successful channel. He also will ask subscribers for help frequently. So, there have been times when, for example, they've blown a tyre while out on the road and they've gone live and asked subscribers to help them with the cost of a replacement tyre. One story that's really stuck out with me was Sam the Adventure Man talking about a similar incident such as this. And at the same time, the inside the door of the van that they travel in was bundles of cash where people had basically done like meet and greet. They'd come up, seen the van with Adventures with Purpose, told them how wonderful they were, and given Jared cash to support the cause. So, in their travels, they've had subscribers who've gone up to them and given them money to support their cause. You don't see that money recognised in the statistics. Now, when it comes to the equipment, when you have that much equipment and that much high-end equipment, you can claim depreciation in tax, which means that when you're earning all this money through a channel that uses all this high-tech fancy equipment, you can claim depreciation on all this expensive equipment, which seriously reduces the amount of tax that you pay. So not only does this channel earn a lot of money, they'd be claiming depreciation on all their equipment and therefore seriously reducing the amount of tax they pay. So they're not paying a huge amount of tax on what they earn. They have members. They get regular income from members because they release videos a few days early for members. And I'm not saying here that there is anything wrong with channels asking subscribers for support or having memberships. Heck, I've got memberships. Any of that stuff. The point I'm making is that this particular channel is big business. Jared Leisek earns a lot of money from his channel. He is the sole owner of that channel. The income from that channel goes directly to him. He will talk about overheads, but don't kid yourself. The guy has a lot of money. So, when I saw Josh Cantu's video the other day, I really wanted to do more than just try and help out financially and share. Because as opposed to what you see with Adventures with Purpose, let's talk about who Josh Cantu is. Josh Cantu is a young parent. He's just starting out in married life with 2 young children. He has a wife to support, he has children to support, and he has worked so very hard at his craft. He is an amazing cameraman, and for that, he got invited to join Adventures with Purpose. He made videos for Adventures with Purpose. He edited the videos. He put in long hours doing that. And I guess you could say as payoff for doing that, he was allowed to create his own videos, behind the scenes kind of stuff. Stuff that wasn't in direct competition with the official videos that were being put out, but the stuff that would allow him to build up his own subscriber base and his own channel, and perhaps bring in a little bit of money to help him support his new family. This is not someone who's rolling in cash. This is your average citizen who's doing what he loves to do and hoping that that will help bring in a bit of extra money for him and his family. He puts in the hard work on his videos. You just have to look at any of the videos that he makes, and the videography is fantastic. The editing is fantastic. There's a lot of hours that go into creating a video of that caliber. So for him to be suddenly struck with 11 copyright strikes overnight by Jared Leisek just to shut down his channel, just to be a bully, must have been earth-shattering. See, the thing is, when you get that many, well, you only need 3 strikes, and then you're faced with your channel being shut down. And of course, the moment you get those strikes, your channel's pretty much frozen. Any income that he had sitting there in his channel is still frozen. He won't have received any of that income. So, in all these months that he's been fighting just to have his own channel and his own content, while Jared Leisek has been fighting to try and make sure that Josh ran out of money so that he couldn't continue to fight. In all that time, Josh has had no income coming from his original channel. What was his sin? Did he deserve the strikes? No. The strikes were on content that he had filmed himself, he had edited himself, and he had narrated himself. The content wasn't in competition with videos put out by Adventures with Purpose. It wasn't him doing his own version of retrievals. It was him showing behind the scenes things. Or side adventures like going up in the hot air balloons. There was nothing there that was worthy of any content strikes. Quite simply, Jared Leisek was being a sook and a bully. We all saw what happened when all Jared Leisek's legal stuff came out. All those people who had been part of Adventures with Purpose didn't want to be seen to be a part of Adventures with Purpose anymore because they did not condone what Jared was being prosecuted for. They didn't want a bar of that. So they all quit. Now, Jared has so much money that shouldn't matter to him. If you've noticed, I've not watched any of his videos since, but he's made himself a new little team. And he's still using content that was created for him by videographers who no longer are part of his team. He's still showing content which has team members who have split ways with him. He's still earning money off Josh Cantu, Nick Rin, and all the other people who were once a part of his channel. But he's greedy. He wants to make sure that they can't earn money, rather than stopping and realising that he was the one in the wrong there and recognising why they had to step away from his channel. He wants to punish them for his own mistakes. It's not right. Josh Cantu has now spent over $25,000 in legal fees. According to his video, and please go and watch his video, according to his video, his legal fees have already gone up over $32,000. So he's now doing another fundraiser, and that is linked in his video. Please go to his video. In his fundraiser, he's now raised his goal to $50,000. All he wants to do is keep his channel. And yet, Jared Leisek is trying to draw out legal proceedings to the point where Josh can't afford to continue and Josh loses. I think, for me, it's a moral stance. I think any of us who want to stand up for the underdog, who want to stand up for the little person who's simply trying to survive, can understand the situation that Josh is in. And I, for one, really hope that we can all come together and give Josh the support that he needs so that he can get clear of this rubbish and have his own channel once again where he's earning for his own hard work and for his own amazing videography. I, for one, stand with Josh Cantu.